Okay, so again, there's the same standard as the last test in this unit, and that is vocabulary. And so much of this is being able to speak to why something makes sense. And, the definition will tell you why something makes sense in math. And we have alternate interior angles, same side interior angles. Again, these are sometimes called consecutive angles. These are alternate exterior angles, same side exterior angles, which I don't think you'll see very much, and corresponding angles, which you do see a lot. So it's all either congruent or supplementary. There's no complementary in here. And we did 2 assignments with this and then this warm up. And so I'm hoping that that is good. Now, if it's not good, then make some flashcards, okay? And quiz yourself, when you're waiting for something, or when you're, I don't know, whenever you have free time. My daughter would put note cards on a ring, and then she'd wear the ring on her neck. And whenever she was bored at school, when you're at school, and you guys aren't at school, but there's always this downtime of waiting, right? There's always this down, and she was not on her phone in school, so she'd take out her note cards and just flip through her note cards. And that was how she became very successful at school. Was, just embracing that idea of practicing to get better. So angle 12, so this is 58 right here. You should be able to see that since angle 2 is 58, angle 2 and 12 are supplementary. And so because they're supplementary, 58 plus angle 12 has to add to 180. And so it'd be 180 minus 58. And then if line Z and Y are parallel, what is angle 5? So that means that angle 11 and 5 are corresponding, or you can say 2 and 5 are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are congruent, right? So both these are 58. Or you can say 11 and 58 are, these 2 angles are vertical, so they're congruent, and 11 and 5 are corresponding, so they're congruent. What is the sum of 5 and 6? So 5 and 6 is a corresponding angle to angle 13. So angle 13 is this right here, and 5 and 6 is the same thing. And so 5 and 6 have to add to 111. Okay. And line Z and line Y are parallel, angles 1 and 5. What are 1 and 5? 1 and 5 are consecutive or same side interior angles. So these have to be supplementary. Down here, it says name a line skew to NP. So here's NP right here. So skew, remember, is not in the same plane. So it's not going to touch it. And it is not parallel to it. So it'd be MR or OQ. You can also put QO or RM. Either one of those 4 would work. Name a line parallel to MO. MO is right here. Parallel would be RQ or QR. And when I checked, there was no questions. So any last questions or thoughts on the warm-up? You guys good with that? How do we end up? We ended up 6 getting everything right, or correcting it to everything right, and then 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point, 0 points. So again, if you're over here, then I'd go back and look at it, and then if you fix it, that helps your brain recognize what happened. And it's all about strategies to train your brain. You want to take the time to train your brain right now, okay? When you go back to study for the test, this is very similar to the test. This is very good to study for the test, okay? All right, so what we got today? We got, you'll see what we're doing algebra 2. Algebra 2, we're doing linear programming. It's fun. We did the warm up, famous mathematicians will do that. Let me talk about the BVLA opportunities, okay? So first off, there's mind play. It turns out that I and most people here at BVLA are paid under a ESSER grant, which is all that federal money. And the grant specifically is to improve literacy. So I'm not a literacy coach or teacher, but our school has to do mind play in order to keep our grant right now. Now we'll be funded past next year, not through the grant, because so far it looks like we're very successful and we're already talking about expanding into more teachers and all that. But if you have not done the mind play yet, please touch base with Mr. Abshire or whoever about doing the makeup. Okay, I don't know everything about it yet. So there's the energy team. So I am doing an energy team later on today. I'm going to go and do a virtual field trip at Rock, and I'm not posting it live, but I'm going to record it and then post it. And so I'm going to go to Rock and we're going to talk about energy usage, measuring energy. And I'm going to put a whole bunch of cool activities in here. And I'm told that for the students that complete so many of the modules and or assignments or modules, whatever they are, I'm going to be able to give a small prize to. So I encourage you guys to join the energy team with me if you guys are interested in, the future. Is it BVLA? Yes, BVLA. We're guaranteed next year, and unless something catastrophic happens, we'll be around forever. So I'm very excited about that. I'm sorry, that's a direct message. The question was, is BVLA going to be available next year? Yes. I'm doing a ACT prep October 15th. So that's the week you come back from fall break. That's specifically talking about math, but I'm going to touch on some other stuff. I really encourage you to show up to that. Everybody in here is a sophomore. You're going to take the ACT this year. You might take it this year to see it, and then you're going to take it next year also. But when you do well at the ACT, it gives you a lot of money and a lot of scholarship opportunities, opens a lot of doors for you. And if you're going to take the ACT, you might as well give it an honest try. And if you don't learn about what it is and you don't learn how the test is set up, then you're going to go in there and you'll just do your best. And so, this starting right here is going to be definitely worth your time. And if we have any juniors in the room, then definitely show up to that. Even if you think you're not going to go to college, so the ACT is really for college, right? Even if you don't think you're going to go to college, you should still do your best on the ACT. And it might look like, you don't spend as much time on the ACT as somebody that is going to college. A funny story I'll share. Our babysitter showed up last night with a brand new car. And my wife's like, "Ooh, nice car. Where'd you get it?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, made the deal with my parents. If I got a 35 on the ACT, they'd get me a car." So she got a car. She's a senior at Male High School, and she got a 35. A perfect score is a 36. So she, a 35 will basically get you a full ride in any big school. And so for the parents, you can help pay for college for your kid, or you can have your kid get a 35 on the ACT. You don't have to pay for college. So you spend the money on a car. There was also another lady told me she made her kid take the ACT 5 times. And the kid didn't necessarily want to take the ACT, but the mom bribed her, told her to. And it was slow incremental. Like it started like maybe a 24 and then went up to 26, and they eventually got to like a 31. And once they hit 31, there was like a $4,000 increase in the scholarship that the kid was guaranteed at the school they were going to. And so the mom said, "Okay, we're good now." It took 5 Saturdays of taking the ACT, but those 5 Saturdays netted $4,000 per year. So $16,000. So, where else do you have the chance to make $16,000 in 5 Saturdays? So just a little fun ACT score. I mean, there's, we can talk all day about how fun the ACT is. So check that out. Put that on your calendar. Fall break. Next week is fall break. And next week, if you have any grades outstanding, this is the week to get everything in. Okay. You really, ideally, you want to have everything done where you can put stuff away and relax for a week. Now, Edgenuity, some of you guys are behind in Edgenuity. You're going to have to do it over fall break. I mean, there's no other way to say it. If you're only at 20%, 30% right now, you're going to have to do Edgenuity over fall break. Because fall break is about 50%, a little over 50% of the way through. And so, you should be about 50% somewhere in there before you get into fall break. Now, if you're in the blue now, it's not the end of the world to take the week off. And I mean, the thing is that the timer on Edgenuity does not stop because we are in fall break. It does not know that we are in fall break. So that's why we're recommending you do 6% a week, even though you probably only need 4% a week to keep up with it, because it doesn't factor in fall break. And they should probably do that. But if you're not caught up in Edgenuity, I mean, if you don't do it now, you got to do it later. So if you didn't do it in the past, you got to do it now. Okay. Oops. Mind play, digital citizenship. There's also digital citizenship in here. Okay. I think there's some other stuff like there's a buddy program. We have a new buddy program. So if you are interested in meeting new people and getting together with people, go here and sign up. And so basically what this is just a neat kind of matchmaking thing. You go and you fill out your interests, and then we pair you up with someone with your interests and you share your information. This is optional, it's not required. But if you're interested in meeting somebody new and being paired up just on a one-on-one situation, then fill out the buddy break. And then we're gonna do up until the end of fall break. Once we get the end of fall break, we're gonna pair people up. And then if you guys want to meet up, you can meet up in person, or you can just hang out by Zoom or hang out with phone calls, etc. You can use it to help study for math. You can use it to, do whatever. What else? Kentucky Safe Schools, digital citizenship, just basically everything. Okay. And then Friday, we're still planning on meeting Friday at noon, I think, for our lunch. Some of you guys have come. It's been awesome. If there's a district-wide closure such as snow day, will we be affected too? Dylan, you no. I mean, essentially no. If there's a snow day, we don't live on that world. That's a good question. All right, so we've successfly gone to 8:30 while only doing one geometry warm up. So that's great. Let's see, fall break reminder, Edgenuity. BVLA notes. Okay, all right. So famous mathematicians, and we'll do that last. Notes. All right, guys. Okay. I'm gonna start this. Let's talk about how we express a line. Okay. If you have an equation with an x and a y in it, you have a line. Okay, so you'll see here, there's 4 different forms of making a line up top. And then kind of the 2 on the bottom, it's kind of like these exceptions. Like I said, you need an x and a y to have a line. If you just had an x, you're really just graphing on a number line. But on an XY plane, an x equals a number is just a line that's straight up and down. And if you have y equals a number, it's straight across. Okay, it's horizontal. And we know, everybody should know y equals mx plus b. Like, hopefully y equals mx plus b is like this go-to safety blanket, like understand this, or at least some semblance of like m is slope, b is a y-intercept. Okay. So I hope everybody has a comfortable working relationship with slope-intercept form. We're gonna start using point slope form in this unit. Okay, and it looks a little bit bigger, but it's actually pretty easy, and a lot of kids actually end up liking it. All right, and it's probably my favorite way of expressing a line. Now, does anybody remember point slope form? Does anybody? It's supposed to be in algebra 1. Most algebra 1s get to it, but do you guys remember point slope form? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So it's the same m. So m is the slope, and up here and down here, this is the same exact slope. And then this is the same y, and this is the same x. And all y and x are is just inputs. Well, input and output. X is your input or your independent variable, and y is your output or your dependent variable. Okay, so you have to have x and y, so that's there. And then x1 and y1 is just the numbers in a point. So if your point was 1, 2, then you put 1 right here and you put 2 right here, and that's it. Okay. So this is what you want to have written down, point slope form. And do I have, let's see, here's a better version of it. Okay, so this is the same thing, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And there's m is the slope, y1, x1 is the known point, and x and y, it says any point. I call it input output. X is what the number you put in, y is the number you get out. Okay. All right, so the other equation you have to have. All right, everybody good with that? The other equation you have to have is, I'm going to go right here on this one, is the slope is equal to the change of y divided by the change of x. Okay, and this is this Greek letter delta right here. Okay, so when you see this triangle, this is the Greek letter delta, and this really means change or difference. Okay, so my wife talks all the time about the delta. She's talking about big money, profit, revenue, and revenue and cost, and the delta between that's your profit. So she's always talking about what's the delta in this company, you know. So another way of expressing this, you've seen this, is y2 minus y1. That's the distance or the difference, divided by x2 minus x1, right? So this is all the same thing. And another way to say this is rise divided by the run. So slope is this really easy concept, but you know, we say it so many different ways. I think it's easy to be overwhelmed. Okay, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with 2 points, and we're gonna find that m. We're gonna find the slope. Okay. All right, I'm gonna post a quiz of Greek letters. You guys can learn the Greek letters. I always did it in my in-class room. So I'll let you guys look for that. But let's come right here, okay? And let's say that we're gonna find the slope of these 2 points. 5, -6, and -8, 4. Okay. Let's see. Let's close this right here. All right. So what I want to do is I want to take the y's and subtract them. So I'm going to start maybe like a label x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, if that helps. If you don't need to do it, you don't have to do it. But if you remember, it's y2 minus y1, so it'd be 4 minus -6. And x2 is -8 minus 5. Okay, and that's it. That's how to find the slope. All right, now minus a negative, what happens when we minus a negative? It becomes positive. See how I made that combination right there? I combined the two. But I mean, that's the negative integers. You've got to get that negative integer correct. Okay, so the distance here is 10. And the distance here is -13. And that's the slope. If you can reduce it, but that's it, okay? All right, so what about this one? Well, you've got 17 minus 2. And you've got -10 minus -10. Okay, all right, so this remember changes. This is 15 over 0. What does that mean? Who can tell me what this means right here? 15 over 0. So it looks like we rose 15, but we didn't run. Does everybody see a red flag? Okay, so this is what we call undefined, because we need to know there's this rule, and the rule is you may not divide by 0. Right? So you have a line, this is pretty much this line right here. It rises 15 and it runs 0. And so there's no slope to this. There's no slope. It's not that the slope is 0. Now, if it were 0 over 15, this would be a slope of 0. This would be a flat line. And this is fine, but this is not fine. So this line is straight up. There's no slope. Okay. All right. Is that good for everybody? Okay. All right. Here's where we gotta apply what we can do. Write an equation for the line that passes through slopes 4, 5, 4, -6. Put your answer in point slope form, unless it's a vertical or horizontal line. Okay, so if it's a vertical or horizontal line, it would just be like x equals 2. That's a horizontal, that's a vertical line. A horizontal line would be like y equals -4. Okay, that's why it can't be point slope form right there. Okay, all right, but we have these two things, and so we're gonna have to know that we're gonna find the slope. Like in order to write a line, we're gonna have to find a slope, right? So let's find the slope. So -6 minus 5 over 4 minus 4. Okay, well this one, just looking at right here, that's 0. So that means that we do have a, which one? Which one? A vertical line. Okay, so at this point, -6 minus 5 is -11. So it'd be x equals -11. It's a vertical line. Okay. Did not remember that that was in there. Is there another one? All right, let's try it again. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's do this one. Okay, so write an equation given these points. So find the slope. First part, I'm going to do a slope. Gotta do slope. Okay, so -9 minus 6 over 9 minus 3. -9 minus 6 is -15. 9 minus 3 is 6. This is going to reduce to -5 over 2. Right? This is, there's 5 3s here and there's 2 3s here. So here's our slope. So this is our slope. And we're going to plug it in, okay? All right, so we're going to do y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. All right. So what do I do? Well, this is my slope right here. So I'm going to take that away. I'm going to put in my slope. My slope is -5 over 2. Okay, so this goes right here. All right, now for I'm gonna have to put something in here and something in here, so I'm gonna pick a point. Which point do I pick? Either one. Either point's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna put something in right here. I'm gonna put something in right here. All right, so let's pick 3, 6. Okay, so it'd be y minus, this is y, it's not 3, so it's 6. This is y, right? And then x minus 3. Now this is a line in point slope form. So you're done. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do is find your slope. And then you're gonna write, you can label out, like I have kids that just do y minus blank equals blank times x minus blank. They write just like that, and then you just write it in the blanks. And it's that easy. Okay. Now, let me go one step further. Okay, so this is point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Let's go to point slope form. Okay, how do we do this? Well, we can distribute this. So y minus 6 equals -5/2x. That's easy. The first one's always easy. It's just the same thing. And then the second one, you have to remember your multiplication a little bit, or you have to use a calculator. But this would be 15/2. Or you can say it's really 7.5, right? So then the last thing to do is to add the 6 over right there. So we have y equals m x plus b. 15/2 plus 6 would be, Mr. Brooks, what I think it was 21. It'd be times 2 is 12, so 27. There we go. So what I did was I said, okay, this is basically over 2, so this would be 12/2, and then you can add them. 15 plus 12 is 27. So this is point slope form, and this is slope intercept. In other words, it tells me that the slope is -5/2, and this tells me that the intercept, it touches the y at it'd be 26, it's 13.5. This is 13.5. And then this tells me that the slope is -5/2, and the point is 3, 6. Okay, now if you plugged in this point, if you plugged in 9, -9, so it'd be -9, so y plus 9 equals x minus 9, you would simplify to the same way. It doesn't matter. Okay, in other words, y plus 9, and this is because it's minus negative, equals -5/2 x minus 9. Oh, x minus 9. This is the same thing. All three of these are equal to each other. Okay, all three, doesn't matter. Okay, all right, questions on that? How are we feeling? Give me 1 to 5. 1 meaning, oh my God, I'm lost, and 5 meaning, oh wow, I got this. Give me a quick check. Come on, guys, everybody give me a quick check. 1 to 5.
I can rate you. I just want to get on my schoolwork, get it over with.
Yeah. This is in Delta Math. So the assignment today and tomorrow's in Delta Math. So it tells you, like, if you just say show example, it tells you the same thing I did. Okay. The big thing is what we started with right up here, this. This is, to me, the hardest point. Like, you know, you're working with negative integers. So sometimes you're minusing a negative integer. This is where kids are struggling to get. Once they get this, then they just write this: y minus blank equals blank times x minus blank. And then they just plug in boop, 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 number. That's it. Okay. Now you should know this is point slope form. Point slope. There's a point and a slope, and this is slope intercept. There's a slope and an intercept. Okay, so they tell you different things. If they give you points, you're going to use point slope. And if they give you the intercept, then you use slope intercept. Okay. You know, sometimes kids say, well, which line do I use? Remember, there's 3 of them. Let's look at the 3. They say, do I use this, this, or this? Well, if you are given the slope intercept, if you're given the intercept, use this. If you know where the line touches the y-axis, use it. If you don't know where it touches the y-axis, but you have a point, then you use point slope because they're the same lines. And then standard form is how you write it, just kind of as ubiquitous, like this is the equation thing, or we'll get into that a little bit later, okay? And then slope intercept, the intercept form, we rarely use in this class, rarely. All right. And then know that this is delta. That's another thing. Know that this is delta. Okay. All right. It is 8:45. I can stay on and do the delta, like open up delta math. So just to show you where we're at. Delta math, and then we're going to do find equations, finding a slope. That's already posted. That's essentially a Google form with this and this. So if you do this and this, then do the Google form to make sure you got it, and you can change your answers if you need to. And there's going to be a small little quiz. I'm not going to make it too big because I don't want to do a lot of grading before break. And then fall break, no school Monday. Okay, I don't have a plan in place. I'll let you know this week if we're going to meet Friday, but we are going to meet Wednesday. Okay, so we'll meet Wednesday. And you know, just that Tuesday, probably that Monday, just check Google Classroom. And I think that's all my announcements. So guys, since everybody indicated 3, 4, 5, and there's a lot of people that didn't indicate, I want to say, like, you know, you're okay to go. If you want to stay on, I'm going to stay on, and I'll do a problem in deltamath.com. Okay, so if you want to stay on, I'll stay on with you. But if not, have a great weekend, and please drop a note to me before fall break and say, hey, Mr. Brooks, have a great fall break. Okay. Thank you, Kenzie. You guys want me to do a problem in deltamath.com? What'd you say?
Yeah, sure, but I need help on that assignment.
Oh, which assignment?
Well, I have no clue right now, so I'll just do delta math for now. I have to get like what I wrote down first.
Oh, were you talking about the formula review assignment?
Oh no.
Here, I'm going to let you share. You want to share your screen and do your delta math, or you want me to do one on mine?
I prefer doing one on mine.
You want to do one on yours? All right. So I have to, did I stop share? I stopped share so you can share.
Okay, hold up. Stop share. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Onlineclock.net. Oh yeah.
Sorry. I was still looking at the jokes on there. It's pretty funny. All right, here you go. Oh, wait, no, not here you go. Ah, that's
No,
all
that
I
was
have.
it.
There you go.
Oh, you want to start right here?
Well, hold on. I completed this. Yeah. This is ones. Wait, are these it right here? Which one
Yep.
do you want to?
These are the, it says angles and logic assignment. So that's the unit we're in.
Okay. Which one do you want to do first?
It doesn't matter to me. One is, okay, so on this one, just grab a point on the line. So click on a point on the line and let your mouse go. And then drag it straight down and you're gonna make a triangle. And then you gotta find maybe like, see, but that length, it won't get you, when you drag over to make a triangle, it won't get you to a point. So I would go down, starting where you were, I'd go down 1, 2, and then over 1. So essentially you're
Oh,
showing the slope.
I can't change it.
There might be a button at the bottom of the screen if you scroll down that says get rid of. If not, you have to click on the endpoints.
Oh shoot, it won't let me change it.
It will.
I'll just do this. Oh, I just refreshed it. See what happens.
Yeah, but
Okay. All right,
so I'm gonna go here, drag up to here, and then over here, and then you count. Right, the slope of the line is the count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2, 3. Well, 6 over 3 is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2, right? Now, how do I get rid of it? I guess you'd have to refresh. How do I get rid of? Oh, I guess it won't let you. Oh, it's -2. It is -2. Went down. Forgot about the negative. How do I delete it? Oh, you click on the line. So you don't click on the end segment, you click on the line to delete it. So when you go right here, it shows the delete symbol on the hover. So this is -1/3. -1 divided by 3. Oh, I have to do the line segments.
what? Okay, so you want me to share my screen or?
Yeah, I mean, if you want.
Okay, here you go. So I could put it right. Could I put like one right here? I don't know. Hello.
I'm here.
Could I put one like right here or something?
Yeah, you can put one anywhere where it's on a corner. So no, start at 0, 2. So 0 up to
1, 2.
right there. Click right there.
Make it over.
And then drag it over to, it's gonna, and go to 2 on the X right
Okay.
there. Oh, ooh, you can go to 1. No, you can't go to 1. Yes, you can go to 1. Yeah, click on the 1 right there, and then click again,
Go to
and then
here.
drag it down. Or you can go, you see, no, well, you got to start on the line.
Sorry.
So yeah,
Oh, right here.
no,
Right,
yes.
Right here.
And then drag it down to the line. I don't even know if you clicked. Click right there. Oh yeah, okay, so go up. No, you gotta make a triangle. You're not going diagonally, you're going up to, okay, so you gotta click and delete the line segment. So click on the line right there. You're gonna make a triangle. So there, down, and there, you've made a triangle. Now what's
Okay.
the slope? So the slope is the rise. So how much does it go up in a rise? Up. So you go 1, 2, 3 up, right? So there's a rise of 3 and over 1, and it's a negative slope. So it's -3.
I should be at 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're going from -1 to 2. That's a difference of 3. You should count 3 blocks on the length of the line.
Oh, okay. 1, 2. Yeah. That's 3. I'm tired. So it should be 3. And then 1.
So it's rise over run, right? So the rise is 3, the run is 1, so it's 3 over 1. That simplifies the 3. Excuse me. But this is a negative slope. The line goes down. We're really going over 1, down 3, or we're going down 3 over 1. So the slope for this is -3.
So the slope is -3.
Yeah. You see how it's the slope? If you just look at the line, does it look like a negative slope?
Yes, because it's going down.
Yes, it's going down. So just as a refresher, there's slope man. If you have a line that looks like this is positive slope. If you have a line that goes like this is a negative slope. If you have a line that looks like this, it's 0 slope. And then this is undefined.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
And he don't look like a man. He just looks like a face.
So I started with the graphing so you remember what slope was, and then you go into that and you go into the equations. Right, so the next thing to do is from points like this. This one is where you have to do a little bit of math, and it's just take the y and subtract it. So this is 10.
Yes, I'm sure.
Take the x's and subtract it.
Take it.
And then simplify. So 10 divided by -25 is -2/5. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Sure.
gonna hop off so I can record my thing, but I have the field trip at 11, but I'll be more available this afternoon. Yesterday I was in a meeting all after lunch.
Wait,
It was
field trip.
great, let me tell you. So I'll be available this afternoon, okay?
All right.
All right, see ya.